What's up, guys? It is Monday, February 13th. It's 1:59 p.m. and this is the crypto newsletter. So we're going to dive off right into it. I want to put a couple things on the radar for this week. We got the US CPI data. It's coming out, I believe, tomorrow. So February 14th on Valentine's Day. We also have a hearing. So the crypto crash hearing, let me pull that up. So right here, US Congress to hold crypto crash hearing on February 14th. So that's tomorrow as well too. And it's titled The Crypto Crash, Why Financial System Safeguards Are Needed for Digital Assets. The hearing will come after 2 months after senators met to discuss the collapse at FTX. So there we go. And then also on top of it, we have a closed meeting. The SEC, I think it's a sunshine meeting is what it's called. February 16th, 2023 at 2 p.m. So that is in 3 days on Wednesday. So that's like last week. That's when they announced the Kraken enforcement or the settlement. So I'm expecting some more news to come out for something else. There's a lot of talk about them coming after Circle. They're coming after Paxos. So we'll see if it's negative news or actually positive news. Maybe it's something with Ripple, hopefully. So let's go forward now and look at the next thing, because now we know what's on the radar for the week: the CPI, the hearing with Congress, and then the closed meeting Wednesday with the SEC. So Flare dropped their monthly distribution chart. So Flare drop distributions will be available to claim at 12 UTC every day. I'm definitely gonna have to look into that more, how to claim it, everything like that. I don't know if it's with your original wallet or the wallet where you have it wrapped and staked. I will look into that for the people that are holding Flare. So now we have this. This is going to be good for Floki. So Shiba Inu themed Floki to release Chinese version of its upcoming Valhalla game. So we're holding Floki for an absolute moonshot. I'm not worried about the day-to-day on that. That is our meme coin holding for this bull run if there's going to be meme coins that pop off. So just letting that out there. Also, update for US clients from Nexo. So by April 1st, they're saying that we would like to now inform you that we'll be stopping our earned interest product for all US clients, which includes US citizens and US residents, on April 1st. I'm seeing a lot about April 1st. So that kind of coincides with our timeline as far as our Stargate 2023 game plan here. For our members in Discord, we had shot that into our 2023 game plan channel. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, so if you go to the Discord, link will be in the bio. It is right here in our 2023 plan. We have these 3 documents: Stargate 2023 game plan, summary of events in order for 2023, Stargate 2023 long-term holdings under Goldman Sachs value classification of digital assets framework. So we're doing some big things. We're plowing out heavy here at Stargate for the rest of the year. And we had said in our game plan, by like from now till April 1st, we're on high alert, because it does seem like a lot of stars are aligning for April or right before April for regulatory clarity or some big event to happen, whether it be a golden swan event or a black swan event, but we will be on top of it. So now let's keep going. Dude, there's been so much stuff about just our airspace all over the world. It's been global. I've seen so many things on Twitter about it. You had the China balloon, and then you also had talks about UFOs and all this stuff in space, and it's just straight up everywhere. So it could be, something that it is like a lead up. It's a lead up narrative, or it's a kind of look here, don't look there type of thing. So we're still keeping our eyes on this and seeing what may be unfolding. But the talk of the town is all the stuff in the air. Meanwhile, there's this like Ohio Chernobyl type event going on too. So this could be the look here, don't look there type of thing, or there could be something even bigger at play. So a lot of things going on, a lot of eyes tracking it right now. So let's keep going, because we have what if Ripple loses, the tidal wave scenario, the worst case XRP itself is a security. Let's hear from attorney Jeremy Hogan.
Because the second scenario is the tidal wave scenario, and it hinges on what is currently going on in the litigation with Expert Discovery. The bigger concern, in my opinion, is a judgment against Ripple based on the decentralization, or lack thereof, of the XRP ledger. And the SEC hasn't really focused the court on this argument and doesn't seem to want to make it the focus of the litigation, probably because it's a losing argument for the SEC, and it doesn't really mesh with its theory of the case. but it is much more dangerous to you. The argument here is that the XRP ledger is centralized and maybe so reliant on Ripple that XRP is per se, or kind of in and of its nature, a security. Meaning that it's not just how Ripple sold it, but just because it is that it's a security. Now, you might not even think this is even arguable, but my very own Twitter friend, Stefan Huber, sorry if I mispronounced your name, found this article out of Germany just recently, which argues that exact same thing. Quote, one of the leading German business journals writes that the XRPL is centralized because all payments are controlled and checked by a group of 35 people. Oh my dear God. Smiley face, smiley face. The oh my dear God part was actually Stefan's own comments. The German article actually said, Ich bin ein Idiot, but not too much of an idiot, because this is exactly what Attorney Deaton is concerned about in his motion to intervene when he points out, quote, additionally, the SEC asserts the property held by XRP holders is a security because the very nature of XRP itself makes it the common thread among Ripple, its management, and all other XRP holders, close quote. In any case, there has never been a crypto case in which this has happened that I'm aware of, and I believe I've reviewed every SEC crypto case out there. So this would be uncharted waters, but the effect of any order which even alludes to XRP being inherently a security or carrying with it some kind of securities designation would be absolutely devastating. An opinion like that would have an almost instantaneous chilling effect on the markets, freezing liquidity, and leaving XRP holders with bags. Not bags of cash, but bags like luggage that sit in your closet, unusable and unused as a pandemic locks down travel. Now, in legal jargon, it would suck. And to make matters worse, if liquidity in the USA dries up, Ripple's main business model dries up here, and it's off to Japan for Ripple, or at least it feels the yokoso.
There we go. So that's the worst case scenario out of this case, but doesn't seem likely for that event to take place. We're seeing a lot of positive developments on those ends. So Laos climbs aboard Cbdc train via partnership with Japan's Soromitsu. So they're jumping into CBDCs with a partnership with Japan's Soromitsu. They're exploring the possibilities of a retail CBDC. Then the BIS had partnered with Carnegie Mellon University to experiment with their CBDCs. Ironically enough, Ripple had also partnered with them to offer courses there. Let's hear it.
Look for that through processes to really look for that threat, and just don't assume that when you come in the morning and there's no obvious sign that there could not be something that's happening on the network. But coming specifically to resilience, we've partnered with Carnegie Mellon University, and we're doing a pilot program now in the central bank community, doing a benchmark processes to really look.
There we go. So now we have less than 5% of the global population is invested in crypto. We're so early still we're so early. Likely that's going to be 50% by 2025, 2027. Now we have, so this is what I'm talking about the UFO thing. So UFO has been shot down over Alaska, described as cylindrical and silverish gray and seem to be floating. Unknown objects are reported in the US. You can see them all right here. Canada closes airspace over parts of Yukon due to an active air defense operation. Then we have unidentified objects shot down over Canada. Canada and U.S. aircraft shot down an unidentified object moments ago. So much stuff is going on. It's crazy seeing all this come out. And then also too, so Matt Hamilton, he worked at Ripple and he said, small world, stood on the beach at a birthday party for kid's friend. Guy comes up to ask about my bike. After chatting for a bit, I asked him what he does. He said he works for a blockchain company in San Francisco. Oh yeah, turns out it's Lars Chia, so VP of Carbon Markets for Chia project. So Chia being the other proof of space-time network besides Filecoin, and a project I nearly accepted a job offer from last year. So Chia we had put on everybody's radar, I think a couple of weeks ago. It's right here, XCH. So XCH, they're partnered with the World Bank for a carbon credit solution. We found this back in late 2021. So here's another, a gold gem. Like we called out Chain. Chain, we've been screaming from the rooftops here for a month now. If you're holding Chain, you're doing pretty well. So that was a layup that we gave out here. I'll give you another one. XCH, Chia. So the coins that start with X usually are tied up in some way, shape, or form. So this is a layup for Chain. I'm giving you another layup, XCH. But if I give you this, you got to make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a like, and leave me a comment. Tell me if you got into chain or not. I hope you did. I hope you listen, because I don't think this train's stopping just yet. So now we got this new international payment portal. Swift is talking about get your wire payment to the receiver faster, but then here we go. So the fully connected Swift-based process will have additional validations and tracing capabilities for international wires. Many countries have different requirements, and this new payment portal helps to guide you in sending more conforming wire payments. The biggest benefit to you is to avoid simple mistakes and get your wire payment to the receiver faster. We'll be reaching out as the conversion progresses to let you know we are ready to schedule a time with wire users, etc. So now let's keep going. We have the Chinese government is setting up a blockchain-focused research center to explore industrial applications and major use cases. So China's opening up the doors again. Then if we keep going, so one thing on my radar as well too is there's going to be a total solar eclipse around 420 and then around May and then later this year. We got to keep in mind that the lunar eclipses that happened last year was on the day of when Luna caused its fiasco, and then on the day that the FTX debacle happened. So I have 420 on my radar heavy because that is the next now solar eclipse. Now we got the more of it, right? North American Aerospace Defense Command is monitoring 1 or 2 more potential spy balloons. Here comes the alien invasion narrative. We must be close to the rapture, this guy's saying. So let's hear this.
Much for your patience while we were delayed a little bit. I have a few things to talk about up top, and then we'll get right to your questions. So first of all, to add to information already provided earlier by the White House, at the direction of the President of the United States, fighter aircraft assigned to U.S. Northern Command successfully took down a high-altitude airborne object off the northern coast of Alaska at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today within U.S. sovereign airspace over U.S. territorial water. On February 9, North American Aerospace Defense Command detected an object on ground radar and further investigated and identified the object using fighter aircraft. The object was flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet and posed a reasonable threat to the safety of civilian flight. U.S. Northern Command is beginning recovery operations now. U.S. Northern Command's Alaska Command coordinated the operation with assistance from the Alaska Air National Guard, Federal Aviation Administration, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We have no further details about the object at this time, including any description of its capabilities, purpose, or origin. The object was about the size of a small car, so not similar in size or shape to the high-altitude surveillance balloon that was taken down off the coast of South Carolina on February 4.
So they're saying it's different than the balloons now. I don't know, man. This is definitely freaky. But also remember, covering my newsletter, I think the other day, was Halley's Comet is flashing through, or it was flashing through this weekend. We only see that happen like once or twice every 100 years. I don't know. Maybe that could have something to do with it, but who knows? A lot of crazy stuff's happening in this world right now. Why would you give the confidence to invest in crypto-related opportunities? What type of opportunity would you consider? So it's time for crypto to put on big boy pants. 5 ways TradeFi investors are rethinking crypto in the wake of FTX. So crypto and blockchain are here to stay 100%. Cryptocurrencies are a solution in search of a problem. The future of crypto will not include investments in crypto trading strategies, according to allocators. The managing director at a large family office forcefully pointed out that we have no interest in crypto as a currency. The group also uniformly rejected the usual economic arguments for a core allocation to crypto. Let's see. It's time for crypto to put on big boy pants. The future of crypto will be good crypto businesses, not good crypto products. So for these investors, 2022 was a watershed year for crypto. Let's see. We need a generational change for crypto and the underlying technology to be adopted. So a big event, right? So something's got to happen for this, for crypto and the underlying technology, blockchain, to be fully adopted. So there we go. Now let's keep going. So Rihanna performed at the halftime show yesterday. I got her NFT. I'm going to show that real quick. So I had to do it. So got this Rihanna NFT, 133 out of 300. And it gives royalty rights to her banger song, her banger. And it's just crazy what blockchain, this whole Web3 movement is enabling people to do, and just the opportunities that are arising from it. I never thought that, I'd have the chance to do this. But let me tell you this, once Drake does something like this, you could bet that I will drop as much, however much, to get that, because that is going to be a game changer. So we're going to see more of these artists do things like this, and I'm going to stay on top of it and keep you guys updated for when that's the case. So let's keep going. So what if Bank of America is really behind Ripple and XRP and JP Morgan is behind Ethereum? Just ask yourself, why is that not a single major American bank is official? Why is it that not a single major American bank is officially behind a layer 1 protocol, even though both Bank of America and JPM filed patents in 2012 and 2013 for the use of blockchains? So this is Bank of America. On October 30th, 2014, Goldman Sachs filed a patent application entitled Cryptographic Currency for Security Settlement, which has been dubbed Settlecoin. Wow, okay, so let's keep going on this. So Bank of America filed patents, JP Morgan. So later today, I'm going to be releasing a video. It's called What JP Morgan Doesn't Want You to Know About XRP, XLM, Chain, and their Onyx blockchain. The Stargate soldiers here in this chat of trades tracking, we were going off doing a ton of deep research into Chain, which is now Onyx. Bury the system. Shout out to you, bro. You have uncovered so much more than what we originally found on them. Chain is going to be huge. And as we're seeing, people piling into this. Still, it's not on many people's radar, just 58,000 watch list. And I think this is just the beginning, and we may see a huge announcement that will, and I'll get into it in the deep dive. So subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll be releasing that video after this as far as what JP Morgan does not want you to know about Chain, XRP, XLM, etc. Click the notification bell. Let me know in the comments as well, too, if you're excited for that video, and I will get it out today. And then also join the Discord. Hit the link in the bio. Come join the Discord. You may not see all of these channels because to get all access to all the premium channels, you do have to sign up and get access to that. So for all the channels, it's $44 a month. But if you wanted access to, our indicators that we use, everything that you see, you can go to stargate-ventures.com and it will lay out to you the different pricing plans. But the free part of the Discord, you still get a lot. So still come join, say what up. Now let's keep going. So this is what I was talking about, the thing with Ohio. So Ohio, dead fish and cattle are being reported as far as 100 miles away from the site. Journalists covering the story have been arrested. What the hell is going on? Look at that. That looks like a nuke. You can see it from space. So they're either hiding all this kind of stuff floating in the air is either hiding this, or it's either connected, or there's something even bigger going on, which is quite frankly scary. So another one. So an F-16 shot down the object over Lake Huron. The object was octagon shaped and was flying at an altitude of 20,000 feet, posing a threat to civilian air traffic. Totally nuts. And then there was a small meteorite that safely impacted Earth's atmosphere over northern France. I saw a video on that too. But look at this, like UK, it's literally all over the world right now. So fast-moving objects accidentally captured by an aircraft spotter at Doncaster Airport, UK. Like nuts, just totally crazy. Like look at that fly across. Come on. So something's crazy is going on. But yeah, so I'd stay on alert. That's for sure. So this is what I've been saying as well too. We're talking about like the segments in crypto and the categories that may outperform. We saw AI, and we called AI out ahead of time too. We weren't as kind of tracking it to a T to like kind of make sure we piled into it. But we did say AI in the narrative with the advent of Cbdc, we're likely to see that sector kind of go on a run. And now, yeah, just like they're saying right here, what I believe is this as well too. Zero knowledge narrative is starting, and ZK altcoins are starting to trend and boom. So like the privacy factor, we're seeing a lot about privacy. And I did mention some coins in the premium channels here as far as ones that have on your radar when it comes to that narrative coming up. I'm telling you, you're going to see it being talked about a ton. And we found a potential gem that will be the leader of them all. So get yourself in the Discord over there. Then let's keep going up. Look at this. So I hate to keep sharing this, but it's just truly nuts. This is like multiple different angles, multiple people on the highway, and it's just hovering. And it's all these people out of their cars. They have all these different types of footage. It was there. It's not like it was like a fabricated thing. It was definitely there. Let's see. So UAE central bank launches program to boost digital transformation, including a new digital currency, open finance, and a domestic card payment platform. So the UAE is going to be launching a CBDC. Now let's keep going up. So now China is reporting they're seeing stuff. Weird objects over Montana, like everywhere. Let's keep going up. So shout out to Mr. Man. He's got Ripple and G20 in the same documents put out by the World Bank. Speaking of cross-border payments, let's hear it.
To send and receive has developed. This is from the World Bank, all right? Ripple has developed a network based on distributed ledger technology for cross-border payments. The RippleNet network allows financial institutions to send and receive international payments from a single pre-funded account. RippleNet allows for fiat to fiat transaction, as well as the use of XRP digital currency to bridge between different jurisdictions. So you heard them exclusively talking about Ripple, RippleNet, and XRP now. The G20 has published a roadmap. Are they building up to something here? They're talking about a particular entity that meets the needs and the criteria, and now we're talking about the G20. We had found out on the text above that certain countries, there was Australia, had done testing with China, and Australia, China, Canada, India, and other entities had been testing, and then they're talking about Ripple and XRP and RippleNet, and now we're talking about the G20. All right, and this is all the same PDF here. The G20 has published a roadmap to enhance cross-border payments ahead of the G20's October. I have that PDF. Oh, I have that somewhere. Is it still up here? 2020 meeting. The Financial Stability Board's roadmap includes 5 focus areas, 4 of which are centered on enhancements to current cross-border payment arrangements and improvements that can be made to existing payment systems and that can enhance the speed, cost, transparency, and service levels experienced by consumers and businesses when sending and receiving international payments, as well as potential changes that may be needed for regulatory and supervisory framework. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I couldn't have set up puzzle pieces together, right? They talk.
There we go. Dude, shout out to you. I would suffocate wearing that. So shout out to you for that. Let's keep going up. So we got, and then in Uruguay, we got another one, but let us finish off with this. And then I'll probably do a follow-up actually newsletter today because there's a lot more stuff that I want to cover. So let's follow up with this. And then after you watch this, I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll likely put out a newsletter round 2 today, as well as what JP Morgan doesn't want you to know about XRP, XLM chain, and their own Onyx blockchain. So you're going to want to tune in for that. Leave a comment. Let me know you're excited for that. And that'll motivate me to actually push that out later today. So I'm going to play this and I'll see you guys in the next video.
After being a 6th grade school teacher, in 1974, after being a 6th grade school teacher, I was introduced to the late Dr. Wernher von Braun, in the U.S., the father of rocketry. In my first meeting with him, during that first 3.5 hours, he said to me, "Carol, you will stop the weaponization of space." And I said, teachers don't stop until June. He said, "No, you have to understand, this is February. And we have to prevent the weaponization of space because there is a lie being told to everyone that the weaponization of space is now first being based upon the evil empire, the Russians. There are many enemies," he said, "against whom we're going to build this space-based weapon system. The first of whom was the Russians, which was existing at that time. Then there would be terrorists. Then there would be third world countries. Now we call them rogue nations or nations of concern. Then there would be asteroids." And then he would repeat to me over and over, and the last card, the last card, the last card would be the extraterrestrial threat. Well, at the time, I kind of laughed when he said asteroids, and when he said extraterrestrials, I knew I wasn't going to deal with that subject. And now we hear on the news just today, this week, that they've slid in another enemy. Only this time we're going to protect our satellites. In other words, we have to have some reason to spend these trillions, to waste these dollars on a space-based weapons system, and they're all lies. This is a system, he told me, that would never protect anyone. Even back then, he talked about suitcase bombs. He talked about chemical, viral, bacterial, biological warfare that these space-based weapons would never protect us against. And then he told me that, in fact, if you travel around the world, which I did after he died in 1977, I met with people in over 100 countries who were friends. They didn't want to build space-based weapons. I became